Good afternoon, fellow patriots and defenders of democracy. Welcome to the madness. My name is Beverton, and in the event you're new here, welcome. In the event you're not new here, welcome back. Now hold on just a second. Now, this YouTube page gets about 10,000 visits per month, and essentially, let's say 2,000 of those visits are from people who are subscribed or adjacently have subscribed to other car channels. Now, for the other 8,000 of you, you have to be coming back from month to month or the number would drop off drastically. So if you don't mind, you could always just subscribe, help a brother out, push the videos out a little bit more so YouTube get on this bandwagon to push my videos out a little bit so it doesn't keep me suppressed in the lower basement of irrelevancy, which still be irrelevant, but you know, the thought would be nice. And if you don't mind, you're here checking out, like that video. I'm underneath the car. No, I'm not underneath the car telling you I'm pulling something else out or I'm doing anything crazy. What I am doing is tinkering with some bolts. I'm going to be tightening up some things because essentially, anytime I back this car out, there's a little slope in the driveway. Anytime it goes down and come out, it makes this very weird sound, and I don't like it. And that's essentially what it is. I don't like it. I don't like the way it sounds. It's kind of like, it gives me the old muscle car vibe. And, you know, like, or the click. This is like a weird, it's a weird sound. I think it's also coming predominantly from the front of the car, but we're going to work our way up there. And make sure we're just going to check everything. And as we go on and move forward, I'll be talking to you about a couple of things as I'm doing this. So give me a second. We'll try to set you up so that the sun doesn't blow the entire film out. Give me a second. Alright, so while you're under here with me, bear with me just a second. So in the midst of all of this, it's been unveiling week and it's kind of semi-launch week. Toyota's going to be delivering Supras, and Corvette just came out with the complete abandonment of what has worked for it over the last 5 decades for the brand, and they're going to switch to the mid-engine notion. Now, I don't recall ever driving a mid-engine car, or you wouldn't really call a Porsche that, right? I don't even know. Alright, in terms of high-end, extra expensive vehicles, I've never been in one of them. All those Ferraris, what have you, I've sat in them, I've never driven one. But as we sit back, I guess I do have a question for all of you as car enthusiasts. What exactly do you think the impact Corvette is about to have by having essentially a 495 horsepower mid-engine car that you can basically get into for $60,000? Now, I think one of the a level up from the base model, or depending on however they package their thing. I'm not that keen on most of those things. They're going to be offering that as the entry-level engine, but it'll be able to run 3 seconds to 60, and who knows what it'll do for the top end or what type of other numbers it has. But I'm fairly certain it's going to be very balanced and what any car enthusiast would like. Driver focused. The cockpit does look kind of funky, but you know, you can't win them all. Now, watch this. It's an American legend. It has its fairy tale with it, and the people that are going to support it regardless, and the people that are going to be upset about it regardless. Now here goes my thing. If you were going to get a Supra, did the Corvette actually change your mind? Like, getting the Supra will be a waste of $60,000. if you can get the Supra for 60,000. Yeah, it's just like, the base price is 60,000. I'm fairly certain no one's gonna be selling it for that, but, you know, capitalism, I guess. As we sit back and look at that, how do you see this panning out long term? Like, long term, how does this work? Do you think the Supra or the Corvette is gonna age well? Because based on dyno videos I've seen of the Supra so far, the new one, it's putting down 374 horsepower on the dyno. And I don't know, that's not really anything to sneeze at, but you know, if somebody's offering you clearly 495, you're not gonna say, yeah, give me less power. Yeah, I would hope not. But, well, you know, which then goes into the next thing. I'm gonna say something, and I'm certain a lot of you are gonna judge me because I'm under here just rambling. But trust me, I'm trying to do something here because I don't feel like anything positive is gonna come from if something that could have been prevented happens. But driving this car, it's currently on the base map. The base map is suitable for me to drive around. Nothing will happen. The base map is limited to 15 psi at 100% throttle, I guess, regardless of the gearing. If you go 100% throttle, yeah, 15 psi. Now, when I do get it onto the dyno, the idea is to get it up to 20 psi of boost and go from there. Now, here goes my thing. When this car gets up to 80 miles an hour, I feel nervous in it. You can judge me all you want. I feel nervous. It's just like, damn. It's just like every time I get to 80, I feel a little bit, I don't even know how to describe it, but that's how I feel. I can only tell you what I feel, and so on and so forth, but that's what's going on there. So, in regards to what I was saying earlier while I was underneath the car, within the scope of, if you had to choose between the Corvette and the Supra, which one would you actually take? Now, the only thing that I think I'm gonna tell you to keep in mind is, or the only thing that I think I would be looking at it at is, one, Corvette's reliability and their long-term ownership rate, and Toyota's notion of reliability and its long-term ownership rate. Now, here goes the problem. I used to work at the maintenance shops that I've been at. There's always been a bunch of Corvettes, and you could watch them fall apart as time goes by unless you don't really drive them that often. A Toyota is deemed more reliable, but here goes the problem at the moment. We all know it's a BMW underpinning. So as much as it was re-engineered or they tuned it or whatever it is, am I getting BMW reliability or Toyota reliability? Because 3 Series BMWs are pieces of craps. After the E36, essentially, which would be anything from about 98 or 99, garbage. They're assembled in China. Are they made in China? I don't remember, but I know there's a BMW that's assembled in China. I can't remember which one it is. And shipped, yeah, because everybody's trying to maximize profit. However, I tightened up all the bolts on the front end, or the underpinnings that I thought would be loose. And you know what? None of it is loose. So somewhere in my mind, there's a mine shafting going on, and in essence, I should not have a problem, or it should mentally put me at ease, but it really hasn't. I still feel some sort of way anytime the car hits 80 miles an hour. I feel a little bit concerned. It's just like, listen, I've driven in high-powered cars because typically the owners have them and they'll offer me to drive, but I'm not driving your car because I don't want to crash it, and I don't care how cool we are, it's yours. I'll sit in the passenger seat. Now, this isn't even tuned yet. So I wanted to get like a base map of a 0 to 60 time here for where it is, as opposed to the 0 to 60 time after it's tuned, and see what happens. But essentially, that would also mean that I need to get over my little hiccup on pressing the gas all the way to the floor. But I guess we're all gonna take this trip. So give me a second, I'll lower the car and wipe off the simple green that I was spraying, and we'll see how we go forward from here. This is on. This is on. That's on. Hoses are on. So what the fuck is making all this noise? Okay, that's weird. Alright, let's check things. Back in line, that's on, this on. That one is down there is on. And the one in the back is on. So we're just making loud fucking noises for no reason. Alright, that's see, this is a weird shit. In the midst of me testing this out, not having a reference point. I don't know what the fuck that is. Back in here. This now. I was supposed to be doing a 0 to 60 pull and then a 60 to 120. However, after going on the road and realizing that as much as you can get up to 60, the dynamic of coming to a dead stop, starting from there to go to 60 in the current area that I'm in is not going to happen. So we're going to regroup and do this again. The 0 to 60, then 60 to 120 test time thing should happen, because it's essentially the selling point for all of these cars, from the Supra to the Corvette to any supercar that everybody wants. So that's pretty much what I wanted to check. Yeah, that was an epic fail on my part, but I don't know. Thank you for checking us out, and yeah, I got to get used to certain sounds too, because now I'm also still checking for things blowing off or stopping. So when I initially stopped, that was what that was about. And saying, oh, let's check to see if any of these couplers or silicone things blew off. So, oof. Welcome to the madness, people. Thank you for checking me out. We'll talk. We'll regroup and come again. Thank you.